Do you remember in our final season at Upton Park, first game of the season, we played Arsenal? And it was Payet's debut, actually. But whilst Payet was very, very good and showed a lot of promise, everybody wasn't talking about Payet that day. Everybody's talking about Reece Oxford. Reece Oxford was 16 at the time. And he had been deployed in midfield by Slaven Bilic. And he was absolutely sensational. Everyone thought he was going to be the next big thing. But he kept Mesut Ozil in his pocket. The reason I bring that to your attention is lots of photoshopping was done afterwards with basically Reece Oxford walking along, and he'd have a little pocket, and there'd be Mesut Ozil in there, or Reece Oxford looking around for his loose change, pulling out a handful of coins, and there was Mesut Ozil. That sort of thing. Well, a similar thing has happened, and I'm going to share a few of the pictures with you, just that people have sent me. I say people, Andy, really, has sent me on the phone today some photoshopping that's been done all around sort of Jack Grealish and Vladimir Soufal, which is reason enough for us to have a little chat about Soufal today. I was meant to be walking along in the park. It was always going to be a walk in the park, but it's no walk in the park. Well, West Ham play Aston Villa was a walk in the park. For my stroll outside today, it is torrential. It's like a monsoon out there. So it's not even like you can go out there and just put a raincoat or an umbrella. You can't. You just can't do it because actually the gutters are overflowing with water. It's like standing water everywhere. So my nice stroll, it means I'm stuck in the shed again. Right, Soufal. What a performance last night. I've already said I'm wrong. I'll just say it again. I got it wrong with him. I got it wrong. I'm not even going to make any excuses. He's brilliant. I thought he was average. I don't think we saw him at his best when he was playing right wing back. Since he switched to right back, which we have to continue playing now, he's one of the best right backs in the league. He surely has to be, but it's actually his application, and he seems to annoy everyone. He really annoyed Wilfried Zaha. Well, actually, Zaha and Dawson. Soufal and Dawson were annoying Wilfried Zaha. He really got on Jack Grealish's nerves in the match last night. And there was one point where there's 3 or 4 occasions which made me laugh. But the one that really made me laugh is when Soufal kicked Grealish, and then I think Grealish goes to ground too easily. This wasn't one of those occasions. It was a genuine kick. I probably would, if someone came up to me in the street and kicked me like that, I may well fall over myself. I wouldn't consider it to be a dive on that occasion. So Soufal's kicked Grealish to the ground and shouted at him. How good his English is, I don't know. I don't even know if Grealish would have understood what was being said. But his eyes were popping out of his head when he was doing it as well, when he was shouting at him. Which sort of really made me laugh, really, because Grealish normally complains a lot to the referee, and he did complain about Soufal in this game. But after this, there was one instance where Grealish again, Soufal won a tackle, and Soufal just sort of eyeballed him, was really staring at him. And Grealish just sort of walked away doing that, sort of shaking his head, thinking, what's going on here? I don't understand what this is. What is this psychopath after me? And even Soufal himself has posted today, I don't know if it's an Instagram or a Twitter or whatever it is, basically, a picture of him being all psyched up, and he's very, very friendly in it, but I think he even indicated himself that he might have been a little bit hyped for the game. So anyway, there have been some pictures that have winged their way to me. The first one is actually, I think it's really good, which is from The Shining. If you know The Shining with Jack Nicholson, here's Johnny, that one. That's Soufal. They're breaking through the door of a petrified Jack Grealish, who's very happy to see the back of him. However, even when he does look back, there he is in his rearview mirror. He can't escape me. So that was how tight the marking was. Very, very funny. This one, probably not politically correct, but I think it's funny anyway. There you go. I love my daddies. And I tell you what, Brian Fredericks and Vladimir Soufal did take very, very good care of little Jack there. When they say, don't they say, whatever, your wife might say, you know, take the kid down to the park or whatever, don't let him out your sight. Don't let him out your sight. They didn't let little Jack out of sight. So much so, in the second half, he had to run over the other side of the pitch to get away. It's funny, look, we enjoy these moments, but it does mask what is a very, very serious observation, which is that he's absolutely brilliant. He is a bargain. I think I've found when I first saw him, I wasn't overly impressed because he was at wing back, and then I said that I didn't think we signed him for 5 million. I said I don't look at him and think, oh, we've paid 5 million and got an absolute bargain in as much as we've signed a 25 million pound player. He looked what he was, which was, you know, a good, solid player. Well, he's better than that. And I don't know whether he'd get 25 million for him. I don't even want to sell him. I don't even particularly want to consider it. But we definitely did get a bargain, as we did with his mate, Soucek. Actually, before we get to his mate, Dawson has been listed for the team of the month. Rightly so, by the way. What a leader he is. And whilst we're talking about Soufal, because so much of what Soufal does is personality, right? I think so anyway. He is what we saw Grealish, lots of ability, lots of commitment, really high fitness levels, but he seems to impose his personality on the game as well, which is clearly something that we're trying to scout for, and something that Moyes is keen to recruit. And we saw that in Dawson as well. Really different personality to Soufal, calmer, but just as dominant. A really, really good player. I've said it before. Would we sign Tarkowski now? I don't think we would. Maybe just go and sign Dawson. He's 30. He's not 36. You know, the guy can play for 3 or 4 more years, at least. I think, you know, occasionally he and Ogbonna will get exposed for pace. I think they did in this game. But not enough. Not frequently enough throughout a season to warrant not signing him up. He's got that Ginger Pele vibe about him, hasn't he? Well, maybe it's just me. I think he has anyway. I just think he's settled in tremendously. They've all settled in tremendously. I just had to do this video because obviously I spent the whole one earlier talking about Lingard and talking about Benrahma and Antonio, obviously. But there are other people to mention in this performance. No more so than Super Soufal. And take it to his mate, Soucek, who is fantastic. So, I mean, quite the opposite of Soucek. So I think I underestimated Soufal, and he's proved me wrong. I think I thought maybe guilty at the time, at the start of the season, of overestimating Soucek, because I said I felt he was going to score double-figure goals this season. Well, that doesn't look like an overestimation now, does it? I mean, he just looks absolutely brilliant. I think it's easy to think, oh, let's just go back to the Czech Republic. Every player from the Czech Republic is like this. Clearly, they're not. Clearly, not everybody is, but it does show that it is an untapped market in that sense, and that you're getting real value. And I don't know how much money these guys were on in the Czech Republic, but I imagine they now, on coming to the Premier League, it's a life-changing amount of money. You sign for a Premier League club, you work for 5 years, and you know you've paid for your house, you paid for your mum's house, you know you're like, and you've got more money than you need to live for the rest of your life. I just wonder how much that plays into it. You know, they're coming over here and they're really, you know, sort of moving on to the next level for themselves, and joining in a big league. Soucek's so good now. I am now. One thing I did say was I didn't think he would be somebody that would possibly interest the likes of Real Madrid and clubs like that and Paris Saint-Germain. I still think Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid won't come in for him, but blimey, I'm a bit worried about it. I've got to be honest with you. His goal-scoring record is absolutely exceptional. And when he broke through to score his goal, I'd never in any doubt, even though the defender, I think it was possibly Mings, was sliding in to close him down, He released his shot just on time, just perfectly executed, absolutely brilliant. I just think we're really, really lucky to have such a great player on our hands. And again, a dominant, a calmer personality, but just as dominant within the game. And there were some really good tackles. I ended up watching Match of the Day. I ended up watching Match of the Day at about 1:30 in the morning, because we did our review. And after we did the review, we did our player ratings for the Patreon. Please do. The link is in the description below. You want to see more Hammers Chat videos? You might have had enough, right? But if you haven't, you want to see more, and you just want to support Hammers Chat, the link is in the description below. You can support us from as little as £3 a month, and you get extra content as well. That's how. Anyway, so we finished recording the Hammers Chat player ratings, and that was quite good fun. I went back in and then I recorded the earlier video. 1:30 in the morning, I thought, I've got to watch it again. Absolutely shattered, bags under my eyes and everything. But at least I haven't got a pimple on my nose. I guess that's a bonus, isn't it? Mind you, the week is young in that sense. I just couldn't get enough of it. And I really did enjoy. I was going to say I really did enjoy like the pundits talking about West Ham, but I felt that they were damning us with faint praise, really. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. There's plenty of other stuff where you can listen to all manner of West Ham content and channels and listen to people speaking well of West Ham after a victory like that. Do we need Gary Lineker to do it? No, probably not. There were other brilliant performances as well. And I probably should say Ryan Fredericks, because he was one of the two daddies. Obviously, there. Brilliant performance from Fredericks in a position that's clearly completely alien to him. However, if we are going to believe that Moyes is meticulous, and we sort of know he is, then why would he not be meticulous in training Ryan Fredericks? If we believe that he switches some players from one position to another, why would he not have been really thorough when he asked Ryan Fredericks to do it? To double up on someone as good as Grealish was an absolute masterstroke. And I loved what Moyes said, which was he did it because Ryan Fredericks had the extra pace and the extra defensive capabilities, but also pace enough to get behind their defence, which he did. I mean, there was the cross that he put over, which I think was cut out. Lingard, I thought was going to sweep that up, and then there was the other one, which actually got a corner from whereby Antonio did actually make contact, and I think, was it the keeper that hit it over, that knocks it over for a corner? Possibly it was, but I mean, a really, really good performance. I'm not sure if I want to see Fredericks there against Fulham, which is his former club, funny enough, because I'd like to see us show a little bit more adventure, although we'll deal with that. I think myself and Jerry, we are recording a preview for the Fulham game tonight. The games are coming thick and fast, but I'm at the end of this video now as well. There's no time to squeeze in talking about David Moyes or this, that or the other, or actually another thing I want to talk about. I mean, but these are all good news stories. We've got lots of good news to talk about with West Ham at the moment, and I just thought it was really good to look at the league, to look at where we are, even though other teams have got games in hand and whatnot. Actually, a really, really solid fifth. I don't know whether we're going to get. I think we're going to get somewhere between 50 and 60 points, maybe 60 points plus. I think we will. Where that takes us, I don't know. But I really am enjoying the journey of it. Realistically, we shouldn't be above clubs like Tottenham and Chelsea and Arsenal and teams like that, because they're massive clubs. They outspend us. But there we are, plucky little old West Ham. Sometimes annoying people by grinding out results, but sometimes actually just swashbuckling attacking teams. There were a lot of swashbuckle against Palace, a lot of swashbuckle against Aston Villa. I'm pretty sure Aston Villa will be pleased to see the back of us this season. That's 2 wins against Villa, who are a very, very good team. Very good team. They had the words of Mark Lawrenson ringing in my ears about a step too far for West Ham and Aston Villa having a bit too much quality, and they do. Look at that. Barkley and Grealish and Traore and Watkins, fine players, but we've got some fine players ourselves, and I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait for the next game. That's the thing. But listen, before that happens, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, virtual. It's not virtual. It's not a computer generated. It's a tour of Upton Park using my own footage. Going to have the chat open, so I'm going to have questions. I'm not going to have questions. Hopefully I'll get the answers when you ask me the questions about where I took the footage, about things about Upton Park. Live chat, that's from, hold on, but did I say 1 o'clock? I keep getting it wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will announce it in the morning. Okay? I think it's 2 o'clock. But join me anyway. You'll see the link. The link will pop up. Please just make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Press the subscribe button, press the bell, and then you definitely won't miss it. Let's say you muck up the ending of a video.